Welcome back my YouTube channel Rare Coin Review today. We're diving into the fascinating history and details of this coin 1969 South Africa 1-cent coin, a seemingly modest copper coin that has captivated collectors worldwide due to its rarity, design, and mysterious background. The 1-cent coin from South Africa, dated 1969, might appear like any ordinary penny at first glance. However, what sets it apart isn't just its age or origin, but a combination of political context, low mintage numbers, and design variations that have made it a topic of debate and admiration among numismatists. To fully appreciate this coin, we have to look at the socio-political landscape of South Africa in 1969. The country was deep into the apartheid era, which not only shaped its political atmosphere, but also influenced coinage decisions. The government was very specific about national symbols and representation during this time. The coin's obverse features the portrait of Jan van Riebeeck, a Dutch colonial administrator and founder of Cape Town. His image was prominently used on many coins of the time as a symbol of white European settlement, reflecting the political ideology then prevalent in South Africa. On the reverse of the coin, we find a well-crafted depiction of two sparrows sitting on a branch, a symbol of everyday simplicity and nature, reflecting the agricultural and humble life that much of the population led. This artwork was part of a series designed to highlight local wildlife and natural beauty. The 1-cent coin was minted in bronze, which gives it a reddish-brown tone. It has a diameter of approximately 19 millimeters and weighs around 3.1 grams. These specifications were consistent with other small denominations at the time, meant for everyday circulation. Despite being a low denomination, the 1969 1-cent has sparked intense interest among collectors due to its unusual scarcity. It's believed that very few were released into circulation. While some varieties may have been experimental strikes or proof issues not intended for general use, one of the key reasons this coin is so sought after is the rumored existence of a special proof version, which was struck in incredibly low numbers, perhaps even just a handful. These coins have exceptionally sharp detail and a mirror-like finish, distinguishing them from their circulated counterparts. Over the years, rumors have persisted in collector circles about a rare 1969 proof 1-cent that sold at auction for an astonishing price. The highest known sale was reported at around 1.6 million US, making it one of the most expensive African coins ever sold. This high value is not typical for all 1969 1-cent coins. Common circulated versions may only be worth a few dollars to collectors, depending on condition. However, it's the ultra-rare proof or error coins that command the massive price tags in private sales and elite auctions. It's important to understand that the value of a coin is determined by rarity, condition, demand, and historical importance. In the case of the 1969 South African 1-cent, all four factors align to create a perfect storm for a valuable numismatic treasure. Only a few certified proof examples exist, and they're tightly held in private collections. Because so few people have actually seen them, they almost have a mythical status in the coin world. When one does come to light, it becomes headline news in the rare coin community. Collectors should be cautious, though. There are many fakes and altered coins in the market that claim to be rare versions of the 1969 1-cent. Always consult with a professional numismatist or get certification from a reputable grading service if you believe you have one of these rarities. In terms of grading, the most valuable coins are those in proof 65 or higher, meaning they're in mint condition with no blemishes visible under magnification. Coins that meet this standard are almost always kept in protective cases and never circulated. While the 1969 South Africa 1-cent may seem like an everyday object to some, its story, from political symbolism to extreme rarity, transforms it into a piece of history. It serves as a reminder of how even the smallest items can carry immense cultural and financial value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just discovering the world of rare coins, this coin 1969 South Africa 1-cent coin history This coin 1-cent coin from the year 1962. The 1962 South African 1-cent coin may seem like a modest piece at first glance. Small, copper-colored, and common to those who used it decades ago. But like many rare coins, its true worth lies in the details. The metal, the minting process, and most importantly, the context of the time in which it was produced. South Africa in the early 1960s was a country undergoing major political and economic transitions. The year 1962 marked just 2 years after South Africa became a republic, formally leaving the British Commonwealth in 1961. The coinage of this time reflects a pivotal moment in the country's identity, moving toward its own independent designs and symbols. The 1-cent coin from this year features the image of Jan van Riebeeck, often regarded as the founder of Cape Town, on the obverse side. His face was used widely in South African currency during this era, as a symbol of European settlement and leadership. It's a historically significant portrait that represents the colonial narrative prevalent at the time. The reverse of the coin features 2 small birds, sparrows, intricately detailed and in mid-flight. This charming image was designed by Cecily Robinson, one of South Africa's most prominent female coin designers. The sparrows are not just artistic. They symbolize resilience and freedom, reflecting subtle national values amid political unrest. The coin was minted by the South African Mint in Pretoria, using bronze as the base metal. It weighs 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19 millimeters, and features a smooth plain edge. These small specifications help experts authenticate genuine pieces and distinguish them from counterfeits. In terms of mintage, 1962 was not considered a particularly rare year. Millions of these 1-cent coins were produced for everyday circulation. However, the key to its rarity lies in the variations, the condition, and minting errors, all of which can dramatically affect its value. One of the most valuable aspects of the 1962 1-cent coin is tied to its proof coins. These were never intended for general circulation and were struck using specially prepared dies to create a mirror-like finish. Only a few hundred proof versions of this coin exist today, and collectors prize them for their clarity and craftsmanship. Adding another layer of value are the error coins. These are 1962 1-cent coins that may have been misstruck, double die errors, or off-center strikes. These flaws, though unintentional, are highly desirable in the numismatic world because of their rarity and uniqueness. Perhaps the most astonishing story associated with this coin is the auction record set in recent years. A pristine, high-grade 1962 South African 1-cent proof coin, certified and graded at PR 69 by a professional grading service, sold for an eye-watering $1 million at a private international auction. This sale stunned many collectors and underscored how historical value and rarity can converge into significant monetary worth. To be clear, not every 1962 1-cent coin is worth millions. The average circulated piece may fetch anywhere from $1 to $10 depending on its condition. But for those in mint state or proof coins stored in original government packaging, the value can climb rapidly, sometimes into the thousands. The coin's increasing demand is also fueled by its cultural significance. As more South African collectors seek to reclaim pieces of their national history, the 1962 1-cent coin stands as a tangible symbol of an era that shaped the modern republic. This local interest is pushing prices higher on both domestic and international markets. Moreover, the appeal of this coin extends beyond South Africa. International collectors, particularly those focused on colonial-era coinage or transitional national currencies, are drawn to the 1962 1-cent for its blend of artistry, rarity, and historical relevance. Condition is everything when it comes to valuation. Coins that have retained their luster, with no visible scratches or discoloration, are classified as uncirculated or mint state. These examples command a premium, and if certified by a trusted third-party grader like NGC or PCGS, their market value multiplies. Storage also plays a major role. Coins kept in climate-controlled environments and sealed in protective holders tend to retain their condition far better than those stored loosely. For collectors, investing in proper storage isn't just about aesthetics. It directly preserves the coin's future resale value. Investors are now keeping a close eye on coins like the 1962 1 cent, particularly after its $1 million auction result. With increasing interest in rare coins as alternative assets, these once-forgotten cents are being reevaluated not only as historical objects, but as financial instruments. For those interested in adding a 1962 South African 1 cent coin to their collection, it's important to conduct proper research, verify authenticity, and consider grading before purchasing. Reputable dealers, auction houses, and grading services can all assist in making sure your coin is the real deal. In conclusion, this coin 1962 South Africa 1 cent coin history